This is the OnePlus 15 and it's easily one of the most controversial flagship launches in recent times. OnePlus has made some very interesting choices this year. There's no Hasselblad branding, the display resolution is lower now, the camera sensors have gotten smaller all around, and hell, even the haptics are weaker. Sounds like a downgrade, right? But here's the thing, this is not OnePlus being lazy. There's actual method to this madness, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why they're doing what they're doing. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and before we take a look at the OnePlus 15, if you do enjoy early looks and deep dives like this one, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications. It really helps the channel out. With that said, let's get started. This is your typical red OnePlus box, but notice there is no Hasselblad branding. I've picked up the base 12-56 variant here. OnePlus offers up to 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and up to a terabyte of UFS 4.1 storage. Now inside the box, the first thing you see is this black insert which houses a leaflet and a color match soft case. Next up, we get the OnePlus 15 itself. First impressions, it looks like a blown up OnePlus 13s, right? Now this color here, it's called Sandstorm. It's slightly slimmer and lighter than the other two colorways, but the back here is flat fiberglass. Now with the other two colors, black and violet, you get actual glass with a 2.5D curve at the edges. Now the sides are metal on all SKUs and the back has a matte finish regardless, so both the sides and the back are quite resistant to fingerprints and smudges. So what we get is a flat front, flat back, rounded edges, curved corners, your typical 2025 flagship design, which I actually loved on the smaller OnePlus 13s, but here, given the larger screen, I find it ergonomically challenging. It really makes me miss last year's curved vegan leather back. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to the box. Next we have the red cable, USB Type A to Type C. That's followed by a 120 watt SuperVOOC charger. And by the way, there's also this SIM tool. Now while the weight remains more or less the same and the phone's grown slimmer, the battery capacity is up 20%. It's now a massive 7300 mAh. And using the included charger, you can go 0 to 50 in just 17 minutes, with a full charge taking 40. On top of that, you get support for 50 watt wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. Hell, there's even bypass charging if you want to get the most out of this SoC. The IP rating has also improved. You now get an IP69K rating, which covers high heat and high pressure. We also get an IR blaster, NFC, Bluetooth 6, Wi-Fi 7. The fingerprint scanner is ultrasonic, it's placed optimally. The Type-C port is USB 3.2 Gen 1 with video out. And while the alert slider is gone, it's been replaced by the shortcut button, which I guess will be called the plus key globally. Now you can program this to perform a bunch of actions. And this one, memo clip, Mindspace globally, this is interesting. Basically, tap once to take a screenshot and save it, long press to save a voice note, and double tap to pull everything up that you've saved. On the global ROM, all this info here will be accessible by Gemini, so you can use it with your queries later. Neat. The speakers have also been upgraded. The per channel output is now more balanced and they sound really good. Loud, clear. The haptics on the other hand, they do feel weaker than last year. Now the display, that's a mixed bag. This is the first 165Hz 1.5K OLED panel we are seeing on a phone, but it is 1.5K, meaning it's not 2K. So we've gone down from 510 ppi to 450, which is a minor downgrade. Now it's still an LTPO panel capable of varying refresh as needed. It's 10-bit, very bright, outputs almost 2000 nits in our tests, so it's very easy to use outdoors on a sunny day. And under low light, the brightness can drop as low as a single nit. And in case you're sensitive to OLED flicker, there's 2160Hz high frequency PWM dimming. Now guys, I love how the bezels are super slim and symmetric all around. Watching movies, playing games, everything feels good. And when gaming, OnePlus has included options for super resolution and frame generation to enhance that experience. Now all that said, the biggest factor that affects your gaming experience is going to be the chip on the inside, and that here is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. This SoC brings about a 20% performance gain from last year, and games ran really well, maxed out. Now the OnePlus 15 does run warmer than other 8 Elite Gen 5s we've tested, touching 50 degrees, but it is also the most stable phone we've tested. OnePlus's conservative tuning means lower peaks, but far less throttling. So the gaming experience, even for longer stretches, should be more consistent with the OnePlus 15. With the day-to-day, this is ColorOS 16 built atop Android 16, and it ran smooth, no issues, everything was fast and fluid. Globally, you should be seeing the skinned Oxygen OS 16 here. And with this, OnePlus is promising 4 major Android version updates, which is not best in class, but good enough. What might not be good enough, the aspect that's been nerfed the most with this phone has got to be optics. The primary sensor is now the 50 megapixel Sony IMX906, which is smaller than the Lite 808 from last year. It still produces good images even under low light. As you can see, it is pretty solid, but it's definitely a tier below more expensive flagships. The 50 megapixel ultra wide is the OmniVision OV50D. This is again a smaller sensor than last year, and so is the periscope zoom. Another 50 megapixel sensor, the Samsung JN5. Here you get a slightly longer reach with the 3.5x zoom, and given the new ISP and resulting processing, overall the images are pretty good. There are some gains, and the video game remains strong. You can shoot 10-bit log up to 4K 120fps via both the primary and the telephoto, 4K 60 for the ultra-wide. OnePlus even provides monitoring lux. Regular video tops out at 8K 30. Selfie video is a good clean 4K 60. The 32 megapixel selfie camera, it fares reasonably well for stills as well. All that said, the optics, they're definitely a downgrade this year. But all this fits the bigger strategy, and that's what I alluded to at the start of this video. There is method to this madness. Remember when OnePlus merged with Oppo a few years back? Now changes from that, they took time to show up, and this is when they seem to be showing up. Basically, OnePlus isn't trying to kill flagships anymore. It's part of Oppo's lineup. It is Oppo's performance flagship. Basically what iQOO is to Vivo. Like the iQOO 15 is a good phone by itself, one that doesn't take away from the Vivo X300 Pro's audience, instead kind of complements it by catering to a slightly different demographic. Oppo is trying to do the same with OnePlus now. And that is why the launch price is substantially lower. 3999 RMB is what the OnePlus 15 starts from in China, which is cheaper than the OnePlus 13's launch price of 4499 RMB. So yes, this is a downgrade in some ways, but given the lower price tag, I wouldn't call the OnePlus 15 a bad phone. It's just aimed at a different audience now. It's not aimed at people looking for flagship killers anymore, but rather gamers and performance enthusiasts. And ironically, just when Oppo or OnePlus are pulling back on cameras, Realme and Redmi seem to be pushing optics hard with their own performance flagships. Still, for gaming and stability, the OnePlus 15 might just be your best pick. And that's just my 2 cents. What do you think about OnePlus's new direction? Drop a comment down below. And if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. Ash out.